I have an interesting topic I would like to discuss with you. Hello, I'm Yvonne, and welcome to Having You On. It's Theme Thursday announcement time, and I'm sharing Margot with you. She's the Peaches Sculpt, and she's going to help out for this week's Theme Thursday announcement. It's a theme that we haven't done a little bit, and it's due, and it is time for outer space. Outer space. I just love this print. It's a little elephant ear pillow, and I'm gonna share Margot with it. And I just love the print. I love the print. It is so retro, and it helps for this week's Theme Thursday. A little bit of space. And don't worry, I have an alternative go along with this, but I want to share what I'm going to dress Margot in. And you can tell that this is handmade, as well as the elephant ears are handmade. This goes right along with it. Oh, look. And it's simply, they cut out bits and pieces of the fabric and appliqued this on. It's just so darling. We're going to do it right now and get to share Margot with you, as well as I have an interesting topic that I wanted to bring up with you because I have been thinking about this a lot. As you know, the end of the year is coming up really quick. It is really, really quick. And I began to think about my Reborn collection and thinking about, what to do, because I decided to do a Reborn collection resolutions. Yes, Reborns in my collection that may need a little tender loving care, and perhaps ones that I can put up for sale and kind of thin out my collection. And in no way do I mean giving giving my collection away. It's just kind of, updating and deciding which ones I really need to keep, and just kind of creating more room so I can display other ones properly and store other ones properly. I always store them properly, but it's just so it's more comfortable. You know what I mean? See, I get a little overwhelmed as you have things a little bit not orderly around the nursery. Print in the background, it's a little bit of turquoise in the background, so I decided I'm just going to go with a little bit of yellow, because little pops of yellow in there. And it looks adorable. And I'm going to put these pants on Margot, and I'll share her on Instagram. And I also wanted to say that I have a friend in the community. You know her, of course. It is Arlene, and she needs our prayers and good wishes for an upcoming emergency surgery she has to have. So if you could kindly pop over and say something to Arlene, I will provide a link down below, and so she'll be on her way to getting her surgery and quickly recovering from it, I hope. I have this Passy, but I don't know if it's the right magnetism for her. No, it doesn't seem to be, but I just thought it was really cute because it goes right along with the little bit of turquoise. And look at those stars. And that's something that's in outer space as well. So you may want to think about anything to do with space. You may want to think about planets. You may want to think about that sun. Yeah, there's some outfits that have some sun on them and moons on them as well. And that has something to do with outer space. But I do have an alternative theme coming up, and it provides another option for you. And think about your own Reborn collection resolutions, what you like to get done before the end of the year. Perhaps a new way of organizing or a new way of displaying your Reborns, just something to kind of get in your mind so you're all set for the new year coming up very soon. Come along with me, and I would love to share some more Reborns with you. Oh my goodness, come and see them. Here's sweet Azrael, and he's participating in this week's Theme Thursday of outer space, but he's among the stars, just outer space. And I love this jammies. Remember I picked it up at the Kansas Doll Show, and it's velour, and it has the print of stars, but sometimes you see them and sometimes you don't. They're like invisible. And it is so soft. And I also have this mock rattle for him, and it says, I love you to the moon and back. And look, there's a little sleepy cloud and a moon. And I, of course, got out a little star passy for him as well. I hope that you have fun with this week's theme, but don't worry. As you know, I always provide an alternative, and that's coming up very, very soon. So come along with me. Here we go. Here is Carrie. She is a Serenity sculpt, and you haven't seen her in a while, but she is a very treasured Reborn in my nursery, and I thought that you would enjoy seeing her. She's going to help out to introduce the alternative theme this week. If you haven't guessed, it's some blue. It's time for some blue. And doesn't she look precious in this little outfit? Oh. And look, there's some little bits of stars. I couldn't resist. A little star blanket for her. And I hope that you enjoy seeing her. Come along with me, and I would love to share the Sandy twins and what they're up to. Time for some tranquil, and then it's a time for some silliness. So here we go. Here are my Sandy twins, and they're set for this week's theme Thursday. Morgan is doing the alternative theme with a little bit of blue. Well, it's kind of a different shade of blue than you would expect, but it's still in the family of blue. And she did also find some, look at that, some space themed puppets, a astronaut dog, and an alien, and in her hair is a sparkly star bow. But look at Huey. He just cracks me up. He has a rocket on his shirt, but I'm not sure. Is that all the planets on there? And some stars going on as well. But look, he's in command. Full on star command, that is. He found a little starman. Lovey that I purchased from Jacqueline Kramer, and it works for the theme because it's also a star. Look at that. I hope that you enjoyed seeing the Sandy twins, and come along with me and guess who you will see. Well, I have to take a look. Here is Millie Rose. I thought you would enjoy seeing her. She was reborn by LaDonna Briggs, and I just love how sweet Millie Rose is. Aww. And I simply just dressed her in this onesie that has some stars going on and added a little bow to a headband that has some stars. Get creative with what you find in your Reborn Dolly wardrobe and share your Reborn for this week's theme Thursday of outer space, or the alternative of a little bit of blue. Come along with me and guess you'll see. Well, you have to come along to figure out who it is. Here is Nigel, and he is set for this week's theme Thursday. I so love this print of his jammies. It sort of has a retro feel to it. It has all sorts of things that you might encounter in space, especially if you encounter little green men, little aliens, that is. Look, they're all over his jammies, along with some suns, some stars, some planets, and rockets, and of course, flying saucers. Perhaps you might have some flying saucers around your nursery as well for this week's theme Thursday. Come along with me. Enjoy seeing Penny doing a little bit of blue for the alternative theme this week for theme Thursday. But believe me, she's doing a little bit less blue than I wanted to share her in because she refuses to put on that blue sweater. A cute little petite on me dress. And look at those shoes. They're some of my favorite shoes in my Dolly wardrobe because they have little stars on them and there's a little bit of sparkly. Do have fun with this week's themes of either outer space, anything to do with outer space. And don't forget those robots as well. and anything to do with space. To have fun with this week's themes. Theme Thursday. Bring the community together one theme day at a time, and make sure you subscribe because some really good stuff is coming up and I don't want you to miss, and you'd feel bad if you did. So just go ahead and subscribe. And I also want to mention a little bit more about the Reborn resolutions is that I got rid of a large furniture item in my dolly nursery, and it really made a difference, gave me a little bit more room to kind of thin out, make things a little bit more comfortable. You take care, everyone. Theme Thursday. Bring the community together one theme day at a time. And thanks so much for watching the Reborn Feel Good channel. Take care.